Yeah, no,
So
you're right. Like I said, I'm just, when it comes to certain stuff, because again, what his actually charged, what he's charged with, that's the whole thing. They have to prove that he
beyond
definitely
reasonable
did.
doubt, yeah.
Yeah, that he did this, or like even what you said about Cassie and shit. Like the fact is, and a lot of people, like they said, a lot of people are kind of like, up in the air about it. I mean, a lot of people is coming to her aid, but at the same time, there's a lot of women speaking up too because, well, we know what this is, and what I mean is, when I say we know what this is like, okay, for example, when you growing up, people tell you, hey, watch out for this or don't do this, you know, and a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, we make a choice that we go do the things anyway, and we go do it whether it's because we want to do it or we think that, we, we think we too sharp to get, what I mean, to get caught up. And like you said, then you enter a whole different world, and it's something beyond what you was thinking. But then again, it wasn't. It was just you got what you asked for. You understand what I'm saying?
You
It was
got what you
like,
asked for, but you got more than what you was expecting. It got more deeper than what you was willing to
well,
do.
and
But
again,
it got
but it's the same thing. Like, okay, I know it's a little different, but then it's not, because it's like, okay, in another situation, right? If you can quote unquote convince somebody to do something, they can't turn around and say, "Oh, he made me do it." You get what I'm saying?
and
Like,
convince, but see that word convince. That
I
that
know
that
what I'm saying
that
but
that
it's
word
only in
right
these
there. See,
type.
that's the loophole with it. Is sir when you convince somebody, that doesn't mean they actually wanted to do it. They did it because of coercion from a
I
person.
know, I understand, but
So
it's a it's a the thing. That's what I'm talking about. That fact right there, the whole coercion thing is is just based off of somebody's word. And what I mean is if you know, in a certain time or whatever. Just like even right now, when they interviewing her, I mean not interviewing, but when they, when they're cross examining her and different stuff, she's still saying I love him. You understand what I'm saying? And when they asking her, she didn't necessarily say that she regretted the past or the stuff that happened. You know what I mean? This is stuff that she said on the stand.
yeah,
So
it's what she said, and then also they going off past shit. So everything comes all into it. It's just that. See, where I could care less about the sex shit. I'm looking at all the shit that's been like how see the hotels.
yeah,
Now the high end hotels. These that the hotel people was like they had to have certain rules. They had the Sean Combe rules.
yeah. No, I get it. But that's what I'm
Talking
saying. Even
about it
that
took
stuff happens with everybody though. They got
yeah,
that
when
for
you a certain
athletes and all
level.
the shit.
But they said it took a week at least to clean them rooms
Yeah.
after the Diddy situation.
I
And
mean,
then
cause it's a lot of oil.
you got to be glistening, baby. But then when I was just listening to what they saying about the Cube was saying that, he's like, I mean, people know who hold it down in the inner circle, who the gatekeeper, who keep you shut down or who let you make your money. It's three of them. That's got control of everything from Diddy to Oprah to Quincy Jones. This is what he says on Stan. He's like, and he go like one time he got a call to go to. He said, I went to one of the parties. He said it felt like a fucking setup. It was a whole lot of weird shit going on. He like he said he come out the hotel. There's a black SUV all tinted out waiting on him. They go to the spot. As soon as he gets to the door, they take his phone.
Yeah.
He like,
Yeah, those is rules.
he, he like, it's motherfuckers. He said, ain't no music playing. Is people all packed off into corners, having a couple of little conversations. He like, I seen somebody who I admired. That motherfucker sitting on the couch, eyes blanked, wide open, with nothing going on, with a camera on him recording him.
Yeah.
And he can't he doesn't even know what's going on. He like I'm you know, and he's like it's weird sounds coming out of shit. He's like, man, I told myself to get the fuck up out of there. I didn't say nothing to nobody. I left, got back in the thing. I'll get a call the next morning. That's when you had called. I mean, not when you called, but that's when I'm like, oh, the alarm goes off. It's time to do the pod. So, it's like this shit is crazy. I'm not
But
and
why
I'm
would he come out and say something?
he said he's speaking up because of what they did to Jamie Foxx.
But who did it to Jamie Foxx?
What Puffy and Oprah and them did to Jamie Foxx. He like they got him sick. And it was a warning for him to get in line. They said because Jamie was, he go to the shit, but he wouldn't conform all the way to them and all the shit that they want to do. He'd be like, yeah, and he like, but he's breaking it down some crazy shit, nigga. Then they go how
Ice
they
Cube?
Ice Cube, nigga.
No, I'm seeing certain stuff. I'm seeing his name popping up. I haven't heard that part yet. But I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I'm trying to understand. Like you said, like for him, for example, like I know, they brought up what's her name, Laura London, and then I mean, the other girl that was in the group. But that kind of made sense because the girl was in the group and she with Cassie and she was there and she actually seen stuff. She got her own lawsuit going. And then Laura London supposedly as the friend, and she might have witnessed certain events. But that's what, like you said, my thing is with any of them, but mainly even like you said with Cassie, because it's like, okay, if you still love the dude, you'd have got the money. You know what I'm saying? Or at first you wasn't getting no money, so you was ready to destroy him. But then you got some money, so now you weren't tripping. Like I'm confused. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
well, we haven't. Well, I have it set down. They got a file that say like about 8 hours of the Diddy trial. You know what I'm saying? You could
Yeah.
just sit here and go down and dissect and take notes. Just take a whole work shift and get up
Yeah.
to date on everything, details, and from other lawyers who've done trials like that, and they get to talking on things on how it's because the way how we see it as the public ain't shit to what they looking at it legally.
Right,
Creepers
right,
just
yeah.
got into the building. How's it going? Formerly known. What's that? We talking about the Cassie Diddy shit because I end up got caught on a hype, and my guy Ice Cube is on the witness stand talking about Diddy, and the reason he said he became, I guess, he state evidence, is because of what they did to Jamie Foxx. Talking about it's not just Diddy, it's Oprah and Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones is the godfather of the shit. And he was like, Jamie Foxx called him scared shitless after he was basically was saying how Quincy Jones was telling him how he has to act after he got the call from Oprah after doing Ray when he was at his peak, and he got the call from Oprah and he thought it was going to be congratulations. Or Oprah is like, you fucking up. And he's like, some other shit that he wouldn't conform to it, and they slipped some shit in Jamie Foxx and made him whatever happened to him that time. That's because of Puffy and Oprah and Quincy Jones, the gatekeepers, how they shut people down. I didn't get to listen to the rest of it to where I think he probably was about to name some more people who they have shut down. And, your boy Puff out there really super gooning, gangster going. He's doing a lot. He's doing a lot. And then the sex worker, what was his name? Damn it, what's the dude name? What's the sex worker? No, sex entertainer. Damn it.
I seriously don't know, but
Um,
but I know who you're
but
talking
he
about.
was like, Diddy never was drunk during those interactions. He was sober, directing and telling them how he wanted the shit to go and in control of it.
All right, so my thing is this, like one, I still can't believe like this is like we still talking about this, but all right, so as far as everything that was sexually taking place at Diddy's parties, was everything consensual or were they drugged into doing this shit?
Shit, I don't know
Both,
because
both.
because they a lot of people saying they was consensual. Then you got people that talking about they woke up with contracts taped to them in a hotel room. They woke up with a contract taped to them in a USB with an audio file.
Yeah, I
That
That's
heard about
crazy.
it was a security of a famous entertainer that was talking about how some of these entertainers would get drugged up into doing some lewd acts, you know what I'm saying? Because they drugged up or whatever, and then they come at him with a contract like, "Look, you gonna do this, you gonna do this, and you gonna do that." He say, "No, I'm not,"
mm,
and they'd be like, "Roll the footage," and then the footage has got footage of them doing probably some ungodly shit to him. So that's like think about when all of a sudden you see a rapper wearing some weird outfit on stage. You like what the fuck he wearing? Like, do you think he would just like really wear it on his own by himself? You feel me?
you got caught slipping at the party. They put something in your drink at the party.
Well, then, like
Yeah,
say, they do say a lot of the stylists and the, different things. They from a certain community, and I mean,
Yeah, but at the
it's
same time,
Diddy
you can
been known
also
for hanging
find
around
stylists
them
that's
and
not.
the
You can
fashion
find a
designers.
regular
Yeah,
stylist. That shouldn't even be the only reason. That shouldn't be the reason you wearing that shit. Don't you got control of what you wear? Your
no, they
contract.
don't. Not
if you get
necessarily.
if you get caught
Not
up in one of them contracts, you don't.
exactly. You got to
Well,
wear what
hey,
the
stop signing shit before you have an entertainment lawyer. Um, go through your shit. Get you a real lawyer that's not had nothing to do with the ones you
I'm,
fucking.
I'm, I'm more or less talking about the victims of extortion in this gang.
right.
Hey, you only could get victimized when you don't read. When it comes to some
You
paperwork, when
can
you
also
sign
get
it,
victimized when you go to places you don't belong or you should be at.
it was shit. You know, you know, it's just a fucked up situation for certain people. But one thing I know for sure is that it's one nigga out there living good that broke out of jail. And one thing I'm gonna say about
Ah,
them New Orleans cats, hold on. Four of them cats is born this season, the Gemini season. And four of them yeah. One cat, he fucking up because he had to put himself on live. So he might be getting caught up pretty soon.
yeah. The other dude, what's his name? Derek. That he ain't posted nothing, but he really did some shit. I think to a police officer family or something like that out there.
Mm.
He So yeah, he knew he was. he was finna be gone. But yeah, the one that you talking about is in the video jumping in the pool.
That's
They say he the
Massey.
one that he the one that set up the whole thing. They was like, but this is like his fourth escape or his fifth, one of the two. Yeah, so he, shit.
No,
He
let me,
Well,
said it
they
let
in
me,
was
the
tripping.
video.
They was
let
tripping
me
for
cut you
having
off.
somebody who escaped multiple jails in a fucking in a low uh
General population.
Hey, look, my question is this. You mean to tell me he had 5 attempted escapes and got caught on all 5 of them?
he know he wasn't
He
getting out of
escaped.
jail, so that's why it's like fuck it, I'm gonna do it again. That nigga in there for Ev. He got at least 20 more years just on escapes.
After the life, he has 20 years because of the escapes as well. So it's life plus 20.
I'm not sure what the dude the one who been escaping before. I'm not sure what his charges was. I just know in the video he said something like, because before he jumped in the pool, he was like, yeah, he been down 14 summers and he ain't been swimming since 2003. And then he jumped in the water
He ain't been swimming since 2003.
and then
Hey,
jumped in the
man, you
water.
know what? He just became an inspiration to me. He just became an inspiration. That means never give up on your dreams. Never quit your goal. Never quit working towards what you want out of life. That is that inspiration that he gave to me.
I heard that. So I'm gonna read a little something that says now it's only 2 escapees still on the loose. A dozen alleged accomplices are under arrest. So it's over 12 people that help and assist in this shit. The authorities remain the fugitives escaped in Orleans jail early this month. They are approaching growing numbers of alleged accomplices. More than a dozen have been arrested for helping the 10 men either before or after they escaped from the hole in the Orleans Justice Center. Early morning of May 16th, 2 of the men are still on the run as of Tuesday. If anyone else is out there remaining to helping out them, if anyone is helping out the 2 remaining escapes, they will also be arrested and prosecuted to the full extent of Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrow tweeted. We will not tolerate it. 2
Yep.
escapes,
So
2 of them who are escaped is alleged violent crimes, including murder, broke free overnight by yanking open a faulty cell door. They knew the cell door was fucked up, so they was like, man, we just got to put a little force. That's going to pop open. Get this. So we just saw the other information is what we know about the surveillance. The police announced 3 additional fugitives on Monday, made Monday to 10 days after Linton Van Buren was arrested by local police in Baton Rouge, 82 miles away. So one made it to Baton Rouge. He made it to the land of Lil Boosie.
and the other two niggas was in Texas.
One nigga, Leo Tate and Jermaine Donald, were arrested in Walker County, Texas.
Yeah. But see, the other thing though too, they was smart, like we was talking about, because them niggas that cut their dreads off and shit, they ain't no fool. And you
Yeah.
feel me? But that's where he
But that's
tripping
only so
because
much
he
you
just
can do
posted a
by cutting
picture.
your hair. It's only so much you can do. I mean,
Yeah, because dude got all them face tats.
you got to get that Creeper Knievel, special, that fadeaway cream.
The skin bleach it.
No,
Yeah,
you got to figure out how to get that
you gotta bleach
in
it.
the stores. That's the Creeper Knievel's fadeaway for criminals. You know what I'm saying? You got to get that fadeaway cream.
But
Yeah,
I'll tell you
yeah,
one
for the
thing,
escapees in particular.
dude was tripping though, because did you also see they done arrested 7 women for helping them?
Oh, I haven't
So
got to that yet.
yeah, they didn't 7 different females. One of them was one of the dude's grandmother. You feel me? But
Oh,
they all got arrested for helping, either giving them rides or giving them the grandma went to jail, I guess, for sending them money through an app and all the shit. You feel me? And they all facing up to 5 years for aiding and abetting a fugitive. You feel me? Um, and so that's the part that don't make no sense because whoever just posted that, whoever was recording, whoever's
He
account
going.
that
They
that
going.
got,
He got everybody in that house arrested.
yeah, they finna do 5.
Everybody in there. They get so that's the minimum for anybody that know that if you don't tell on them and take the 20,000, you getting 5.
5 years.
You getting the
5 years of
5. You getting the King
$20,000.
Kong Bundy.
What'd you say?
Not 5 on the black hand side. You getting 5 flat.
Yeah, yeah. It's either for five of them or $20,000. Your choice, pretty much, right?
Right.
God
So
damn.
Why you smiling like that? He said, God damn, he thinking that's cold. See?
So they set up the plan to escape because the toilet got clogged and they watched the motherfucker come in there with a tool to stop
Yep.
the shit, and that's how they started breaking out.
Yeah, and the worker dude, who turned the water off, he got arrested and he's supposed to be like $1 million bail or some shit.
Yeah, his bill 1.1 mil.
Yeah. Talking about they threatened him.
He said, "Yeah, that's what he
Nigga, you
said."
work at the jail.
Hey, I've talked to certain people and they said they wouldn't have said nothing too. I said, "So you gonna take that? You gonna take that $1.1 million bill?" Who am I supposed to say? Man, I know that the police be crooked too. So how I know they wasn't working with dude? I said, well, you thinking like a criminal, nigga. And that criminal thought ain't gonna get you nothing. You working at the job, at the jailhouse. You know who crooked or not.
Well, I mean, because they didn't. The fucked up thing about it is he didn't even get nothing out of it.
Nothing.
The worker, he didn't get shit.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Hey,
There was
man,
hold on. Louisiana State announces 6 more arrests on Monday. They was arrested Diamond White, 21, allegedly for assisting escape of Anthony Massey, who remains at large. White was charged with principal to aggravate escape with obstruction of justice. That's what everybody gonna get, that obstruction of justice charge. The 5 others who was arrested for allegedly assisting another escapee was Linton Van Buren, who is back in custody. They are Lanika Van Buren, 28, Tyshia Randolph, 27, Patricia Van Buren, 18, Angel McKay, 41, and Linton Van Buren Sr., 48. This nigga got his whole family took down.
Crazy.
Ooh.
The whole family took down.
And that's what I'm
Damn.
saying. And the thing is they not playing that shit out there, so all them people got to do some time.
Nigga, the Orleans Public Defender's Office with court records show is representing at least 6 of the, and y'all got a public pretender. Y'all done.
Y'all cooked.
Y'all didn't have no money in the first place.
What the y'all was supposed to turn him in. And
that's why people act like that down
so
south.
He can eat.
People are like that in the South, though. They be like, boy, you better go handle that. don't we bring them laws over here?
Don't bring them people to my shit.
Don't bring people, especially if I'm hot too. Don't bring them over
You brought the
here.
law over here, boy. You bring the law to me. Why you bring them? You want to bring them? We got them white folks. You got them white folks coming over here. The hell wrong with you, boy?
If
Nobody
you
told
want
you
to
to do that
told you,
stupid
don't
shit
bring
in the
them
first place.
goddamn all around here. Don't bring them around here.
Hey, but nah, cause on some real shit, it's like if they didn't, like we were saying, if you ain't got no money and you didn't really have no, what is we talking about right now? You didn't
State
have no
police
plan.
are warning anyone else who may be helping escapees that they can either cooperate with law enforcement and get a reward or face arrest and a
Oh
high
wow,
bond. Individuals who choose to assist, conceal, or harbor these fugitives are violating the law and will be arrested, regardless of the level assistance giving or
yeah, you
found that they are.
everybody
State
go to
police
jail.
said harboring fugitives threatens the safety of our communities and it will not be tolerated.
Yeah, that's
No
fucked up.
toleration.
That's fucked up. Like you said, it sound like one of the niggas ran up in the house, nigga. The whole family was there, nigga. Man, you should just, yeah, like that. You should just stay where you was at, man.
Oh, you fucking our lives up.
Yeah, for nothing. Like what? Yeah, like why would you? Again, like you said, if I don't know. I mean,
This nigga,
But,
dude.
like I
Can I
said,
can I read? Can I read them names again? Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me find that one part because that is sad.
I just want to say this. First of all, I said it in a couple episodes ago. If you're escaping from jail, the first thing you could do is go to a close friend or family member spot because that's one of the first places they're gonna look. You feel me?
Man,
Especially as a
that
baby mama.
that's why we was talking about somebody got to have some survival. You got to live in a swamp. You got to know how to be up high in a tree.
You feel me?
cause
Cause
how did you? It don't sound
because
like none of them had no plan. They just all left. The
this
only ones
fool
that had a plan was the two that ain't got caught yet.
this fool got his
We don't
sister
even know if they
Lanika.
had a plan yet. They just ain't got caught yet.
He got his sister Lanika. Tyshia Randolph might be a friend. Patricia Van Buren, that's another little sister or cousin. Angel McKay, that must be his mama. And Linton Van Buren Sr., his daddy.
Man,
That's true.
Nigga,
you,
you done got
don't come to my
everybody
house.
caught up. Who gonna help you?
Don't come to my house, you escape.
You done made sure they made sure you cannot, you're not gonna eat now. You're not getting
Nah, that's real shit. Because look, like, um, like I said, yeah. So the other dude, Derek. Basically, what happened was before he was born, I guess his grandma was killed after filing a brutality charge against a police officer. So then the cop ended up hiring a hitman to shoot the grandmother in '94, right? So I think that they're saying he's in there. Well, I know he's convicted of 2 murders, and I think they said was pleading guilty to 2 other ones. But so yeah, he has, you know, I that's what I'm saying. I heard supposedly it was the murders that he did had something to do with that. I think it was the family of the dude that that got his grandmother killed. I don't know, man. That's crazy.
So they say Massey is reportedly to be in Mississippi,
Yeah.
135 miles north of New Orleans.
Nigga, they know exactly where he at. That's what I'm saying. If he's still over there after posting that video, he's an idiot. And because whoever's phone that is going, is they in jail today. I bet you they didn't. They you could try to delete the account. None of that shit matter. You can try to delete the app off the
He
phone. You
started
better throw
breaking
it.
out of jails at the young age of 15.
Yeah, but how old is he?
He 33 now.
See,
All right. See, oh man.
it sound like a YA baby. Sound like he been locked up all his
Anthony
life.
Macy is no stranger to breakups. The 33-year-old has a history of escapes dating back to the year 2007.
See,
When he broke out of New Orleans Juvenile Detention Center after being
see,
arrested for armed robbery and aggravated assault. A broken lock at the center allowed Macy, then 15, and 5 other juveniles to access metal shackles, which they used to shadow a window and escape. The teen then stayed on the run for more than 2 weeks before authorities found him on an interstate in East New Orleans. 2 years later, Massey faced a charge of attempted single escape in Orleans Parish, according to online court records. CNN reached out to the parish sheriff's office for more details about that circumstance. And at the
the
age of
same jail.
27, Massey and another inmate broke out of detention center in northern Louisiana in broad daylight by cutting and slipping under a chain link fence in the exercise yard. Chief James Marin of the Morehouse Parish Sheriff's Office told CNN last week the two men were believed to have been picked up by a vehicle with Texas tags that was seen in the area. Massey was caught in Texas later that day. Massey has also twice cut off electric ankle monitors, according to Matt Dennis, an employee with the company that operates monitors, who spoke to the CNN affiliate. Court records from the late 2023 allege Massey had tampered and or removed court-ordered GPS monitors. Dennis told affiliates from CNN WVUE he was astonished that someone with Massey's history of escape was being held on the first floor of a New Orleans jail. This isn't an ounce of that man's history that says he doesn't escape. So why would you have him there?
Duh.
Who shared details of the inmate 2019, said there was no shock to learn the current breakout. It didn't surprise me because Massey is known for that. It's still unclear on how big of a role Massey may have played in planning this month's jail breakout, which Orleans Parish Sheriff had described as a coordinated effort. The 10 inmates escaped through a hole in the wall behind a metal toilet and a handicapped cell with scraping on the wall too easy. The jail breakout has been blamed on the combination of faulty locks, stolen blankets, and possible help from inside the jail.
But didn't you just say? So did you say that he escaped from that same jail before?
Not this. That was a juvenile facility.
I thought you said that one. I thought one of the adult facilities was. I thought it was the same name as the one they just broke out of.
No.
Because I was gonna say either way, like I said, that's stupid. And I was gonna say that before you start reading the shit. Like I had ankle monitor on before. You feel me? When I was a youngster, I cut it off, but I had a plan. I had somewhere to go. Now, unfortunately, my stupid ass was still outside, and I ended up getting caught up.
Oh,
You
you had a
feel me?
plan, but you got high.
No, I mean, well, no, I was out. We
When
was
I got
outside
home,
back then. I was outside. That's what it was, and I should have left. and I was kind of on my way to leave, but I had just left out of the house, to be honest with you, because I was downtown at the time in the city in the L's,
He
and
cut his ankle bracelet because he was high.
oh yeah, no, I mean yeah, but I was
I
young though, you
with you.
feel
I
me?
couldn't
Like,
help it. I had to do it.
yeah, I was young, you feel me? I was like 17 or whatever, and I was in the East Bay, and it was like shit. I don't live out here, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I tried, but I was sitting there thinking about it. I was like, man, fuck this, I'm out. I cut the shit off, you know what I'm saying, and went back because I had a spot in the city, so it wasn't like they was gonna find me, you know what I'm saying? So I was, like you said, I had a plan, you know,
Yeah.
and then
Well,
was outside and
Indiana
ended up.
Pacers right now is up by a few points. I think it's 6 points on the New York Knicks. If they win, they go up 3-1.
Oh my God.
Man,
Knicks
I was
fans been going crazy.
part of this damn game. I'm sitting here, I'm like, man.
But yeah, man, what you like you said, like me, I was hanging out and shit like I shouldn't have and was still trying to grind when I didn't need to be. And I tried to outrun the police and it didn't work. So
You
yeah.
fought the long arm of the law and lost.
But like you
I fought
said,
the law and lost.
I thought you would think that he would be the smart one about it and not post no video. Like you said, the other one, he's already was looking foolish and he was a youngster. But it's like, okay, after y'all see the youngster do
Yeah.
it and get
And
caught,
he just posted
yeah,
jumping into
you go
somebody's
post it.
pool in Mississippi.
Yeah, like they not able, and that's what I'm saying too. Cause like, yeah, the shit going viral, but it's facial recognition and different
The
shit.
facial recognition and he cut his hair off so they know he got a haircut. But
That's why they posted it to show how he looked with a haircut.
so
Hey,
what he
facial
needs to
recognition
do,
is real. Trust
he
me.
needs to go invest in the booster take shows tattoo remover.
Uh,
Get your tattoo removed with this special cream.
that hey, but I was gonna say yeah, cause to me though, even when they show people getting the tattoo removals, like it still don't necessarily go away. And at the same time, from some of the videos I've seen, like how the people be having hella tattoos on their face and shit, like dude is tatted up. You feel me? And it's not something that they could just do in one sitting. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's gonna be noticeable because he gonna have a certain part of the face done, and then it gotta heal up. You get what I'm saying?
Hey, he needs to get some of this fadeaway cream.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, yeah, put some makeup on so they don't, I
You got
mean,
to
at
do
least try
something.
to cover up the tattoos. And yeah, cause
And he needs to get darker. He needs to go blackface. He
well,
needs to do
honestly, if he would have kept it moving, I think he could. That's what said. The other one is smart because he ain't went on nobody's Instagram.
well they reports is that's an old tape. That's not recently that was took, but that was like the second day of escape or something from
Oh,
that video. The police released it out to the public so everybody could get a look at what he looked like, so people can
oh,
That was
tell.
just down. Not to interrupt, yeah, town was down from New York. It was something. I don't know what it was.
so in other
Well,
words, you saying they got that from probably one of the females' phones that got locked up?
them niggas just bang knees. They both hurting. Cat and Neesmith. They knees collided. Bing.
Yeah, that's
Kneecap to
what happened.
kneecap.
So let me ask y'all a question: who y'all think they gonna catch first? The mastermind nigga, or the or the other one?
If the man, I'm gonna say it like
It
this: if the
depends on.
mastermind got a strap on him, he going out gunning, or at least the other nigga, the one who is not being seen, he might be the one off grid. He might be, you know what I'm saying, dug deep enough to where he reached one of these underground cities.
Well, the way I look at this situation is that let's talk about the people that got caught and then the families that get involved in this thing. Who's gonna do a lot of talking? Who's gonna say what? Who's gonna say where they at? Who's gonna tell them about their plans? Who's gonna get scared and crack when the people put a hard line on them? So then that can have an impact on who get caught first. That kind of makes sense.
But if they don't know each other like that, they just all happen to be there. You see what I'm saying? Because it
But
don't
they
look
don't know
like.
each other like that, then that might be an advantage for them.
Man,
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
all them
Yeah.
niggas met in jail, like how most motherfuckers meet when you in jail, unless they from your same hood. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Most motherfuckers meet these other motherfuckers in jail. And some niggas you be cool with because some niggas is solid. But most of them niggas in jail be J cats. You know what I'm saying? But so
The niggas that knew each other was the ones that had already got caught.
because they had nowhere to go.
Right.
And then like how the one dude got his whole family. Dude, you got the family took down. I hate to keep driving on that, but you got the
Dude,
whole family took down.
you know how guilty I would feel if I had my family put in jail because of me? Like, man, that's one thing. Me being in jail, let me do my time. If I earned it and deserve it, let me do it. Whatever.
You got baby sister.
Get my people. Like, nah. I need my people to be out.
You got your mama or your daddy's new girlfriend. You got your pops. You got everybody caught up. Because
you said your daddy's new girlfriend?
It's either his mama or his new girlfriend. She 33. I mean, 43. Pop's 48. The other one's 43.
Well, that'll make a broad hate men for the rest of her life. Getting caught up in some shit like that. Damn. A girlfriend? She just trying to be a girlfriend and enjoy the man company, and this happens?
Hey, I'm just assuming I don't know the dynamics of who is who, but as I look at the names, it was a lot of the same last names, so I figured that's either a sister or a cousin.
Well, I was noticing a lot of the last names too, so it was like this.
And then you got a senior. So that got to be your daddy. Because your daddy got the same name. You got your daddy's name.
First of all, like, I feel like the dad should have been smart. Like, let's go. Get your ass up out of here.
Get your ass up out of here. I ain't got time for that shit. You tripping. You brought your bullshit over here, nigga? They got your dumb ass on TV. And get the fuck up out of here.
Who the fuck up out of here? Like, nigga, you can't be here. Nah, you hot. Really?
Hey, dude was waiting. He was awaiting the life sentence.
Well, you don't go home.
That's the first place they gonna look, especially if the place you're going to is the same address that's on your ID. That is the first place they're going to look.
You know how easy it was for them to stake out his family house? They all got the same last name. So that's why I'm saying, oh, man. All right.
Yeah, I'm talking about the other dude. Like I said, yo.
I want to switch gears for a moment. So I'm about to put on my blinker. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to a different lane. On this roller coaster ride, we about to hit a loop. Hit something good. You guys, I seen there people from the office hit me like, look, creeping and the tycoon they're together, creep cooning. I said, they doing what? They creep cooning out. They creep cooning out. I'm like, creep cooning. That's a cold one. So I'm like, what they doing? They're like, oh, you see them? They at Carnival. So my guys, what was happening at Carnival?
Hey man, hey Tycoon told me that you should keep a swivel on your head at all times. So he ran up on me. He tapped me like a son from behind. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on?
So
Now
the creeper got crept on?
he got crept on. You feel me? And it's for a whole crowd. He just like, yep, there you go, right there. Zeroed in. Caught me. I was like, oh, I didn't know what to do almost. I was lightweight slipping almost like, man, that was a lesson taught. Like, man, no matter where you at, keep your head on a swivel. Because you
When
can't
you in the field, pay attention. You gotta act like a
You
gentleman.
gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention. Yeah, nah, but yeah, he called me. I'm like, oh shit, he's not. You feel me? Like it was all love, man. You know, yeah, I'm like, man, look at this nigga out here, man. You feel me? I don't know where he came out the woodwork. I don't know exactly where he came from. He came out the woodwork. And you know what I'm saying? He had me the flyer for the hold on a second. Hold on a second, very quick second, man. He had me the flyer for this, you know what I'm saying? So I had to do some unexpected, you know what I'm saying, politicking and work. So caught me off guard, but I was like, give me a few flyers, man, you know what I'm saying? He gave me a stack there. I only got like 10 or 15 flyers left. I was handing things out, you know what I mean? So yeah,
Just drop. You probably gotta drop them at a liquor store. Cause I dropped a handful off in a liquor store in Fremont today.
Yeah. Shit, I'm out of flyers. I'm going hard with the O-line promo. I mean, I'm right back to it. I'm doing some now while I'm talking to y'all, but I'm really trying to get back on it.
Yeah.
You know, the last few days.
I kind of fucked up a little bit because I went to the food thing after, but I accidentally had left the flyers in the car, man. Like, you feel me? I should have been putting flyers on windshield wrappers, but yeah, I was handling things.
Yeah, no, that's what's up. Yeah, I like I said, I was walking through the crowd, passing out flyers and heading back to the stage area, and you was walking the other way, but I see you as soon as you walked past, so that's why I walked up. Cause yeah, I was heading the other direction, but that's I looked and see you. So, but yeah, it was packed out there, man. Shit, Carnival was fun. I was out there both days.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to be out there both days, but I was out there for that one day. It was packed. It was lit out there. Man. There was people out there.
Yeah, cause when I see you,
New York
yeah, I'm
about to
trying to
lose
see.
by 10 points, 111, 116 to 126.
So you ended up
127.
leaving. You didn't see none of the performances.
No, I didn't get a chance to see the performances.
Over on 22nd, I think that was 22nd, where RBL and where Black Sea was at, and because they had a booth set up over there, because they was there both days, but on Sunday, it was hella people performing on that stage. You know what I'm saying? Everybody from all over the city.
Yeah, I know. I snatched a little "Don't Give Me No Bama Weed" shirt from Black Sea.
Yeah, yeah. They ended up performing after you left. They performed. I'm trying to remember what's the other group that had the weed song that's from the city.
What? We smoked two blunts and then we smoked two
Yep,
blunts and then
yep,
we smoked two more. The lighter
yep.
shade of brown. Lighter shade of
Got it.
brown. I think that's their group name. The
Well,
Latinos.
yeah, they got up there right after Black Sea
Yeah,
and
the
then
lighter shade of
performed.
brown. That's their name. Lighter shade of brown.
And then I'm trying to remember who else performed. Ronsky, and then from Filmo, um, there was a female artist. I forget her name. Um, but yeah, it was a couple people. They had that thing yanking over there, and then I seen Selsky up there. Uh, she was over behind the stage and shit. I'm trying to think who else was there. It was other people out there though. You feel me? But it was a dope event. I'm not sure who all else was supposed to perform there because, like I said, it was running back and forth because my folks was at a whole nother stage. You know what I mean? The people that I work with, I Slap Entertainment, they was running the stage on 23rd, and that it was a couple of different Latin bands and stuff was performing over there. So and they was uh, promoting some festivals that's coming up. You know what I mean? It's one in June, as well as one Papusa Festival coming up in August, and just a bunch of different stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope. You know what I mean? Because like you said, I'd be mixing with a little bit of everybody. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I should have. I wish I would have been able to be there because I have a heavy Latin following on my Booster Take page on the TikTok. A heavy Latin following on the TikTok page of
yeah,
Booster Take is what
yeah,
I'm saying.
they
So
was out there. Hey, Creep, did
I
you
was
did you
passing
go
my
into the
flyers to a few of them Latin things too.
did you go to the part where they had the car show at, where all the cars was at? You walked through there?
Nah, I didn't get a chance to walk through there.
now,
Man,
It was only because I had tickets to another little event as well.
yeah, because
okay,
they had the
new.
the parking lot or whatever blocked off for where the car show was. They had hella cars out there.
Well, the Pacers go up 3-1 with a 121-130 win over the Knicks. Knicks down 3-1.
Damn.
What you think is the Knicks gonna try? You think the Knicks will put some line in Game 7?
Hell nah. I'm gonna tell you the problem with the Knicks is the Knicks don't play enough players, and a team. The coach Thibodeau, he always run his players too many minutes. They get tired at the end. They get worn down because he only plays the starters. He don't really go to his bench. So motherfuckers be playing 40 something minutes a game.
Yeah,
So
that's a lot. Especially you've been doing it.
for
You're doing it throughout the season,
yeah,
and then
because
now it's playoffs.
they in game like 100. You feel me? You in game over 100 and you didn't play 40,000 minutes.
Yeah,
That's a lot of running. And each game lasts for about 2.5 hours. So you on the court for about 2 hours a game. Running.
yeah,
That's tearing them knees up. That's why them athletes be. You ever trip off athletes as they retire? How they legs and hips be done.
yeah. No, a
Yeah.
lot of them be having to have surgeries.
Knees and shit all fucked up because they been playing on motherfuckers be playing with ligaments missing and all this shit. Oh, Tyrese got a white girl too. Like she hugged him. She loved her man.
Hey, and it's funny that you say that about the athletes, but let's talk about the people, the forgotten people, the people who don't think about, the people that work all these hard jobs and stuff like that, and really overlook taking care of their well-being and they sales, and before you know it, you're not walking the same that you used to walk when you were more younger and more healthier before things that you did took a toll on your body and certain jobs that you wasn't paying enough, but you still showed up to work and it took a toll on your body.
Yeah, that's what they so called the your health plan from your job supposed to help you with from when you get older when you need a hip replacement because you've been a bus driver for 20 some odd years and you didn't fucked your hip up because the wear and tear of you braking and air braking and all that shit, and you stepping on the gas pedal for 12 hours a day.
Hey, talk about needing balance in your life because, like, ain't it crazy how sitting on your ass too long could be detrimental, but being on your feet too long could be detrimental too?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cold balance because if you sit too long, you could go from a healthy motherfucker to a fat slob.
Hey, we used to. I hate to say this, there's no disrespect to females or whatever, but we used to call some women that worked in office that can sit on their ass all day. They had that office ass, like it'll look like they thick at first, but then you see it from the back. It's kind of just it looked like it been sitting down too long. Like it ain't been really it just been sitting down a lot, and
The muscles get weak.
where
Yeah, the muscles is weak. They lose the muscle. It's just
And
like
now,
anything else. You don't work them out, you lose them. Your muscles get weak.
yeah, you gotta be somewhat active in your life. You feel me? Even if it's just going out to walk for 30 minutes before you start your day.
Yeah, but
You
better not say that. You better not say that too loud. They get to talking, try to say you fat shaming in the comments.
I'm not talking about just women though. I'm talking about dudes too. I'm talking about dudes too. Like nigga get up off your ass, nigga. I ain't
Right.
talking about just the women. I'm talking about motherfuckers in particular. There's a lot of people that need to get up off their ass.
Yeah. Yeah, but they don't want to be told that though.
You feel me? But me telling people to get up off your ass is not gender specific, nigga.
Right.
Get up off your ass. Sometimes you just need to do that. Even just to get a clearer mind or a clearer outlook or a better outlook on how you navigate your life. Get off your ass.
what the hell?
What is that in the
Nigga,
background?
somebody on the what happened to the sound? Y'all niggas went on synthesizers?
Nigga, I'm asking you.
What?
What the hell is going on?
Yeah, it sound like a motherfucking
It
like
sounds
a
like somebody chewing
synthesizer.
on some tan bark.
I heard a little static, but yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that shit was sounding like I don't know. That wasn't proper. That wasn't proper. Now I seen something where your guy Yuck Mouth was asked. He looked like he was in a comic book store, and he was asked, "Who is the Bay Area's Mount Rapmore, Mount Rushmore?"
Yeah.
And he said, "MC Hammer and Tupac's are honorable mention. They don't count because they did too much." Hold on. And then he named his four. He named his four, and his four was Show, 40, Dre, and Hieroglyphics.
Which person in hieroglyphics?
The whole
Hieroglyphics consist
group.
of a lot of people.
The whole group. That's
That
why I
was the
said
West
hieroglyphics. I
Coast
didn't
Wu
say
Tang.
A plus. I didn't say
That,
opio. I said hieroglyphics.
that's the West Coast Wu Tang. I mean, you know,
He said he ain't said Festo or none of them.
He
I
said
mean,
He said, "I got it. You have to put Hyro on there because Hyro got Hyro Day, a whole fucking movement."
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, they was hard in their own right, bro. Like they was
They still doing stuff now.
hey, they redid the 93 till infinity like a picturized version of them rapping. They was busting over it. You gotta listen
Yeah.
to it.
And then, but like how he's saying, as far as they following, and that's why I was saying, when I was growing up, that's how, to me, that's how they was. It looked like that's how they were being received in the industry. Because other than that, Wu-Tang Clan was the only other, group that just had a hell of members. You know what I'm saying? And in the hip hop community, they was pretty big, you know what I'm saying? And they got a big following. I mean, even they merchandise and other stuff sell like crazy. And like you said, High Road Day, you know what I mean? I just I don't know. That pretty much sounds, I mean, he got it right. It sounds like he got it right. I mean, who else should be up there?
Well, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give uh, the hieroglyphics, man. You know what I'm saying? Even a special thing to Presto, because like every time I was going to perform on stage or whatever with a group I was rocking with at the time, and he was there, and I had been ready to go on stage, but like he I was rocking with, he was fucking, he was just anyway, like. Presto scene, and I was kind of irritated. He was like, "You cool? You ready to go?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm ready." He was like, "Nah, you don't seem like you cool." "Well, I'm irritated by something, like you feel me?" And I kind of told him, and he was like, "Man, in this game we playing, like, that little weak shit happened." And I was like, "This shit can be an excuse to it, but it happened." You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's okay with some words of encouragement and stuff, and words of positivity. So you know what I'm saying? That's why I give a shout out to him and the rest of the hieroglyphics. They good with me.
Yeah. So, I mean, what do you? Well, I mean, it's the Mount Rushmore is based off rapping, right?
Rapping in a catalog constantly and the impact that you that you made in your
Right. No, I understand, but that's why when I'm just trying to listen because how he was saying, okay, well, Hammer and Pac don't count because they did too much.
at the
So,
same time, Hammer and Pop might count somebody else's opinion.
well, yeah, because I mean, they the two biggest, hands down. They didn't. Nobody has went as far as them yet, in a sense. Because both
I
of them, they
mean,
both had their own action. They both
I
had their
hope
own
y'all
action
know.
figures.
I hope y'all know where I'm ready to go with this. You know, if I don't ask a question, one of y'all is. So you know what I'm saying. I think you all probably got to answer our own Bay Area Rushmore, and once again, we cannot repeat the what the what the other niggas said. So with that said, we gonna go first,
Who?
or how we gonna do it?
Oh, I mean, you said who gonna go first?
Yeah,
Well, shit.
because the person that goes first got open pick, and then the next person that pick, we can't pick the same people you pick.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, and I mean that's what I'm saying. But I mean, if it's just based off, if it's based off just
it's gonna be
rapping,
based
like,
on whatever opinion. Your opinion, my opinion, Beat's opinion, whatever.
yeah. But you saying it can't be the same people.
Nah,
Um,
so that's
For
why it's like, okay,
for
we're gonna go first. So
a Mount Rushmore, that's a little bit hard to do. It ain't that. I love the Bay, but it ain't that many great niggas from the Bay Area.
We talking about your own opinion, like from the underground to the independent underground to your own opinion. You feel me?
That could be on the Mount Rapmore from out here. That's
From
Yeah.
out
out here
here.
in the Bay Area.
I mean, it's the main folk. I'm see three main ones. It, the, it. I mean, let's
And
see.
whatever you name, me and, and Tycoon cannot pick not one person from the same group.
All
Yeah, but
right.
like how he was saying, if we basing it off of like how everybody else is, it's really only those names. It ain't
We basically
nobody
know
else.
what we talking about right
As far as impact, record sales,
now. Impact, record
notoriety.
sales, your own opinion, who you like to
All
listen
right. Well,
to.
go. Well, who you got? Go ahead.
Who gonna go first? Because whoever
You
goes first is gonna have the
should.
best pick.
You could go first. You made the topic. I ain't tripping because if I have to go into to my archives of Bay Area rappers, woo, we'll see.
All right, cool. I'm gonna make it easy for myself. Um, Too Short, E40, Mac Dre, Cookman. So
Okay. Uh, damn.
y'all should have let me go first.
Yeah, no, I'm so we not counting MC Hammer and Pac, right?
You can count them if you want to. This is our opinion. We ain't talking off what everybody else talking about.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I definitely say Hammer hands down. Um, let's see. Out of other people that you haven't named, I'm gonna say Fig because even though you know his name, he still did what he did, and we talking about as far as who went further. You know what I'm saying? That man, he done been to other countries and shit. Off doing this music, and then worked with all the big names too. Um, so him, Hammer. Uh, I mean, you could say, I mean, because Burner went mainstream. Burner was signed to Wiz, but Burner became shit. He was damn near on his way to being a billionaire. It seemed like, you know what I mean? Off of the business. Um, but his music, like you said too, his music went far. I mean, the whole world know about Cookies and know about, you know what I'm saying?
So
Um,
you said is Hammer, Burner, who else?
I said,
JT.
I said
JT.
JT. And,
And who else you got?
oh, um, I want to say that's hard. That's hard. I mean, it's a matter of opinion. Damn.
Just who you got? You got one more. I know you got one more.
No, I know.
He
And
know he want to say it, but he's second guessing himself.
no, because it's hard to pick because I'm trying to think off of like you said the top of the top and who was the biggest. Shit. And
And this
I'm
is
I'm
also
not.
your personal opinion too.
Um. Damn. I'm gonna have to go with the Loonies.
Okay.
Really?
Loonies. All right. All right. Yuck Numb Andrew or just Yuck Numb?
Um. I mean, yuck and numb because
Dude, that
I'm
was
gonna give
part of
you.
it.
I'm gonna give you an example. Yeah, are you? Well, yeah, I'm talking about the original Loonies. I'm talking yuck and numb. You feel me? But the thing about it is because they, I mean, of course, they did their thing. You know what I'm saying? As a group and separately, but that's five on it is
It's
worldwide.
universal. Yes,
Yeah, you
that's
feel me?
yeah.
Like that's and I say that because on the Fat Joe and Jadakiss podcast, the Joe and Jada, they was talking about one hit wonders, and Fat Joe tried to say, he was like, "What about this song I got five on?" Jadakiss went crazy. He was like, "The Loonies." He was like, "The Loonies got hits," and I'm like, "Yeah, nigga." So you feel me? When you got niggas like Jadakiss and other niggas, on a whole nother coast, and they're like, "Nigga, the Loonies are legends." You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. So
Yeah.
that's how you know the impact of that kind of shit.
All right, now it's on me.
Yep.
Now it's on me.
It's on you.
I'm gonna go first one. I'm gonna go with I always love my mama cause she's my favorite girl. You only have one, you
Anthony
only have
Forte,
one.
Mr. Anthony Forte.
I'm gonna have to go with would you like something else, Mr. Rap, Mr. Forte? You know what I'm saying? My nigga at the Players Club.
Yep.
Forte was legendary. You know, we just gonna keep it as far as the rap. You know, one of the first Frisco niggas to be on hella shit.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Fo's been there on Pac. Him and Pac, he got the video with Pac. Only God could judge me.
Right. And then on
Oh,
top of
brother,
that,
Justin ain't got no video, bro.
he was signed to Sony.
But
You know?
he's in some footage where him and Pop is either on stage or in a video for sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Fo. Even one of Fo had a hit. Forte, baby, where you been? And that ill said I was clapping when he came back. Yeah.
that shit was slapping.
That shit hit hard as fuck. Forte, baby, where you been? In the studio, bitch, making bitch ends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, I'm gonna put a producer up there.
Oh
We
my
talking about
God.
rappers, man. Come on, man. Go ahead, put the producer because I want to hear this.
Ant Banks.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Got the big badass. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what? What's crazy is he spit enough verses to call himself a legitimate rapper, even though he was a producer.
Ant Banks got albums. Ant Banks, you know what I'm saying? Ant
We
Banks
could
put the beat down to one of the most Bay Area's playerish songs that ever been played across the fucking world. And I know y'all know what it was.
Which song was it?
I don't even need to say it. I ain't even gonna say it. There's no point. You know what that was.
Now we there and else. Say it.
Shit.
Leave it alone. Go ahead, say it.
Nah, I ain't saying it. Y'all know what Ant Banks and them did. The hardest song, one of the hardest songs.
Hey, my favorite Ant Banks album was Big Bang.
Big Things. The big badass. You know what I'm saying? But I go Banks. I'm go Fo.
No, you can't choose for already choose. Oh, take my bad. I'm sure my bad.
Let me see. Who came? Man. Baby say, make them say, ooh, Jack. Ooh, Jack.
Oh,
Can't nobody say they turned on the mob figures when Jacka first got introduced to us from the mob figures. No mob figure album was garbage. And then Jacka's solo albums slap hard. Jack did an album with Freeway out in Philly, the Muslim album.
Yep, and he did one with Al Pacino.
hey, you know they did an interview with Sibo about Jack, and Sibo had actually thought that Jack at the time was going to be the weakest link of the five figures. He didn't know that Jack was going to do what Jack did. You feel me? So he was like Sibo admitted Jack thought he was smart because he thought Jack was the weakest link. Yeah.
And
Jack was the nigga that was keeping the mob alive.
Number four. Damn, number 4.
You making your life hard right now.
No, I ain't. Because
everybody else, you got to base it off of different stuff. That's what I was having a hard time with, because they are legends. Like how we could say some of them got hit songs that went worldwide. You know what I mean? And that's why I was trying to say, like, even like real talk. I mean, shit, Richie Rich is a couple niggas who supposed to be up there.
Hold on, Tycho. You giving him too much ammunition to think about stuff. You giving him too much ammunition.
I was pivoting between Richie Rich and Be Legit.
Right.
Because, see, Richie Rich is an inspiration to all kind of rappers, not just Bay Area rappers. Richie Rich birthed Snoop Dogg.
Richie Rich was signed to Def Jam.
You think? Yeah, I think I did hear Snoop Dogg say something about like he listening to Richie Rich.
Him, Warren G, and Nate Dogg group was called 213 because of Richie
Oh,
Rich.
so
The
for the 415. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, Double R, that 415, don't do it. It's going down in the 415. You know what I'm saying? All that shit slapping the big Ocean Bay mob. That shit was slapping hard when he was young.
Hey, the funniest shit was like I actually asked Richie Rich, Uncle, what you doing here for the Friday? Then I was like, hold on, you did start to do 415 and then he was like, bro, I used to be the film out here. Right? Oh, shit, for real? You feel me? So, yeah, big up to Richie Rich, man. You know, he show out. You feel me?
And see, and then Bila Jit's like one of my favorites. Bila is like.
I was actually gonna cut you off from doing that because like you had named Richie Rich and Bila Jit, and then Tycoon giving up game, and I was gonna be like, oh, you can go between Bila Jit and Richie Rich, but that would have been fair to you. So, yeah, I'm just saying.
I mean, it's a couple other ones we can name, man. I don't know.
I got to come with my fourth, though. I got to hit with my fourth. See,
you Richie Rich your fourth?
I'm trying to think. Is it Rich? But see, I'm thinking I might be overthinking shit because Richie Rich is a legend.
Dude, remember, this is boiled down to your own opinion, too. It don't matter what the fans think. This is us talking like that.
Right.
I'm trying to think. See, I got personal tweaks on Richie Rich, like from the first time I got out of 850. You know what I'm saying? When I got released with 850, I had my Walkman. And you know what I'm saying? And as I'm getting out my Walkman, I had my battery still was working. Slapped the headphones on, walk up 6th Street. You know what I'm saying? People know what it is. If you really,
mid-90s,
you know what I'm saying? So walking up 6th Street, I hit the play. And guess what song came on from the Richie Rich CD? I'm coming fresh about the County. I'm fresh about the county.
That's why
Yeah.
I was saying it's kind of hard because I'm waiting for you to finish listening because I got some questions about a
I'm
few
just
people.
I want so I'm gonna say Rich, and then I'm gonna give three honorable mentions.
And we each get honorable mentions, though. I was gonna say that before you. We
I'm gonna
get
give
honorable
three
mentions.
honorable mentions. I'm gonna say Selsky because Selsky did some shit that a lot of people really don't. Selsky then produced a lot of cats out of Texas and other. That game over from Flip. That's the Cell beat.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Then I gotta give an honorable mention to the messiest man
Yep.
because Mess had it locked. Mess
Yep.
had it locked, and then for a 3-year period, this nigga out. But no, he ain't. He was adopted by the Bay Area. He ain't a Bay Area rapper, but he was adopted by the Bay Area.
I
So
know
I'm
who you
not gonna
talking about.
mention him. I can't even mention him. And I'm gonna say the last one, Seagram, the Major League Strom. The first
Rest in
nigga
peace,
out the
Super.
baby signed by Rap a Lot.
Right.
Sleeping with my nights.
All
You know what
right,
I'm saying?
so what is your top five? Because we and Tycoon give three honorable mentions as well.
I said top four with three honorable mentions. My foe is rapping foe.
No, you said Rapid Fall already.
I said rapping foe. I'm going Richie Rich. Who was my other two? I fucking
You said
forgot.
Ant Banks.
Ant Banks was
Bang,
my
bang.
producer. I threw an Ant Banks in there, and
You said
oh,
Jacker. You
in
said
the
Jacker.
chat. Yeah, and I just thought about somebody else I missed, but it's good. It's good. Go ahead with your and my honorables are Selsky, uh,
You said
Meth.
Selsky, Bass,
Selsky, Mess,
Mutt,
and Seagram.
and Seagrams. So Jacob was your fourth person, right?
Nah, Double R.
Double R. So who's your final fifth pick?
I got Forte, Ant Banks, Jatta, and Double R.
Yeah, he was telling you to pick one more.
Oh, one more. Spice
You got
One.
one more. Spice
Spice
One.
One.
Yeah, that was the one.
Okay, so you have your five. So now, if we pick our picks, are we allowed to pick anything that you pick? Or we gotta pick? I gotta pick my own pick.
Hey, you pick. It just got to be Bay Area because if we was stepping out of Bay Area, I had an adopted Bay
No, we
Area cat.
sticking to the Bay Area. We sticking to the Bay. So
So
if you pick any of them, I'm not gonna pick.
go ahead, because it even you can even use producers because some producers have made albums.
Yeah, I got you. Honorable mention. One, Andre Nicotina, because he has promoted shows and upcoming events that he's a part of and sold them out without any radio support, without any KPN, without none of that. With just the fact that he has loyal fans and support of his team that helps him push his brand. So
He been doing it almost as long as everybody too.
you
Who?
said what?
I said he been doing it damn near as long as everybody, all of them. He's
Yeah,
one
he
of
has.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's
that's
still doing shit now.
another pick is Lots. Because Bar.
Yeah, yeah.
Locksmith Hall. I remember him and Mr. Bad, and Mr. Bad, his battle tested too for telling everybody to like Mr. Bad was against Locksmith. Yeah, nah, no disrespect to Mr. Bad, but Locksmith, yeah, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? One more honorable mention. That one. I'm gonna give it to San Quentin.
No one beats the Queen.
I'm gonna give it to San Quentin. At one point, like San Quentin was like he was like the Prince of Frisco, and he was like really, really lyrically unstoppable. Like everything that he said, it just had some meaning to it. So, you know, it sounded like it was, you know what I'm saying? And he wasn't trying to come out like gangster or the artist. First though, he was trying to, he stayed in his lane, especially when he stayed in his lane and he wrote every hit to that. That's what I love about Quentin. Feel me? And listen to a song that him called Hola O A. You feel me? Him and Freeway.
All right. Let me see. See, this is hard. It's hard because that's what, like you say, you gotta have honorable mentions. But even then, when you really start thinking, or people get to naming names, like you don't know where to stop or what you should base it on. So
Man,
I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna start off by saying this. Cause see, I only counted. I only said 4. You said 5 plus 3. Well, 3 honorable mentions, but
Hold on,
nobody.
people's only want to say 5. I ain't gonna lie, I could have lost count on that one. You did say 5.
Yeah, but
he told
anyway,
me to
but
say 5, so I went with 5.
I,
That was
I
on.
said about Russell. I fucked up on my part on that. But you should have called my fuck up, but you took advantage of the
but anyway, well, I just wanna post. I just wanna put out there because this is not my honorable mention, but nobody said Tupac.
Get your 5th.
No. I'm just saying nobody mentioned him. My 5th would be because I mean we already know, like you said, he is up there. That's why I thought that somebody's gonna say him, but we don't necessarily have to say him. Um, but other people that's like you said, I guess you could say more from the soil out here, and ain't nobody really thinking about Rick Rock because he's a producer and a rapper. You
He's
gotta
not.
remember
He's
Rick
a
Cosmic
Rock.
rapper.
Slop Shop. Cosmic
Rick,
Slop Shop.
Oh yeah. I remember the Cosmic Slop Shop. I met them guys too. Before too.
yeah, that was him. That was him, Dooney
Big
Baby, and Big
Lurch.
Lurch. And then well, after Big Lurch went to jail, they came back out as the Federation years later.
Yeah.
Would you
And
believe me? Hey, would y'all believe me if I told y'all I was actually going to vote for Weed Road with Big Lurch when he came to Atlanta one time? Yeah, I just like when I met him, really back like I'm looking for so he talked to that Sandy Jordan. It was a weed. Like, man, he was I'm looking around, get back to you. We never like reconnected with that, but like we was like he damn near really ready to go to Leon. Big
well,
Lurch.
yeah, but see, the thing about Rick Rock is Rick Rock has produced for everybody, and I mean everybody. You got to understand, he didn't did beats. I mean, y'all know he was, of course, one of the first one. He was on Jay. He produced for Jay-Z. He didn't, but he didn't produced on a couple Busta Rhymes albums, a couple different ones. Um, you know that, baby. If you give it to me, I give it to you. Whatever you want, nigga. That's Rick Rock.
He did that?
Yes, changed the game with Jay-Z and Beanie Siegel. It's the
I remember
ROC.
that. I remember
Yeah,
that for sure.
yeah. No, yeah. He done did shit on a bunch of Busta Rhymes albums. He produced some shit, and then you know, I mean, even the East Siders, Snoop and all of them, the East Siders, he's just produced on their new shit. Um, so
Hey,
yeah,
where's Rick Ross originally from? Is he from Vallejo or Fairfield?
Fairfield.
Fairfield.
Yeah, yeah, Fairfield. So, but yeah, I mean, so like you said, he got real producer credits, and he can rap. So like you said, he been rapping, so you feel me? Cause he rapping on the new shit now too that they released the shit. But like you said, production, everybody around the world, they know, even if they don't know, you know what I mean? That was him. Um, and shit, another group that's doing it right now as far as production right now is the Mechanics out of Oakland, because they doing the same thing. Like, like you said, they producing for artists out of Detroit, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's, as far as the independent scene is all working with them. You know what I'm saying? Warren G, all of them, you name it. So, um,
So who is your three honorable victims?
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Rick Rock, um, the Mechanics. Those are the two. As far as production, I want to go with.
What I like about the mechanics, they also sell books. Like they're like, okay, you need a hook. You too.
Yeah.
That's why they be like, like and that shit
Yeah.
slap.
Yeah, but no, like you said, but the thing about it was they went damn near 10 years just doing beats for everybody before they even got into that part. You see what I'm saying? It was just whole catalogs. That's what I mean. Like a lot of Jay Stylin's catalog, Keek, a lot of different people was using it, even 40, before they really started. Before what's the name? Forex really started getting. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Before he
let
really
me ask
started.
you this: ain't Jay Stalin related to DJ Darren?
I'm not sure.
You not sure? Like I kind of heard that, like that's gonna be a man, but I think he might. He definitely has some connection to DJ Darren too.
Okay. Damn, I'm trying to think of who else. Um, it's hard, man, because see, that's what like when we were saying it at first, as far as if I'm looking at it as who had the biggest impact or biggest influence, because they known outside of here and they all came from right here. Um, it would be the Latin. What's the Latin group? Um, it would be between them and Baby Bash, because Baby Bash from Vallejo, right?
Hey, I kind of like Baby Bash. At least that one song he had with Steve Dane. I like that.
See what I'm saying?
But what that group you talking about? You talking about N2D?
Baby Bash been rapping since the 90s.
Yeah, he been rapping since '90s.
Yeah, what was the group? What was the
The
other
lighter
group?
shade of brown.
No, we said them already.
N2D?
They was out of Vallejo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they went.
Back to the hotel. Back to the hotel.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think because didn't they? I'm trying to think what that project or what that song that did. Because weren't they signed to somebody at some point?
Jive or something.
That's what That's why I said I was looking at it like that because them was. That's why I said, but Baby Bash went pretty far. You know what I mean? Because that was
Then
Body Like a Cyclone, right?
Yeah, that was a slap to me. I like that.
Yeah, you feel me? And I was gonna ask you a question too, because you said Forte. Just based off of okay, I mean we know Forte was on. I mean, because Richie Rich, and Forte, they was all on Pac's album. You feel me? But if you take that away, whose song do you think? Do you think Players Club? And do you think Players Club? I mean, it was obviously. I guess I'm kind of asking the wrong question, but I don't know what it's relevant to now. Overall, did you think Players Club was better than It's Going Down? I mean, do you think the overall outcome?
Sally Cell is going down tonight.
Yeah, because those is car club songs. Like, you feel me? Lowrider, the lowrider community and different shit love them. You feel me? The car community, they legends.
That makes me want to ask the question right now because at this point we got way off. What would be the better car club song? Sally Cell is going down, or Forte Players Club?
I'm saying I think the Players Club by Forte hit worldwide.
For sure. It did.
And that piggybacked him on from rocket shipped him from nothing, just being a local person. And then they did that Players Holiday.
Yeah.
You put them songs on anytime, anywhere, you good. Even you could put on It's Going Down, but that's more of a niche. That's a genre. That, you know what I'm saying? You could play Players Club and Players Holiday around the white folks, some Asian people.
But if you think about it, that wasn't no just local song. Like it was heard across the country.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
It's Going Down tonight was a cross country, but Players Club went worldwide. Players Club went worldwide.
And it was a female group that overdid that song, and then they kind of did some of it, and they had the Players Club. I could look at this, so I don't talk different. But you know how back in the day, like a rapper came out with a song, a hot R&B group, like at that time they could female group use it and then just do that to the shit, or just make their own shit to it.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all.
I can hear you.
Yeah, but they used to do that shit. Like, definitely did some numbers. It did some numbers.
And that's
they some legendary names out of it. When people ask you where you from and they know your music, them is the names that come out of the mouths of people.
I mean,
actually, in new ways, there's like, if for example, I'm like in Atlanta or even like Houston, and I'll be like, I'm from Frisco, I'm from San Francisco, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? One song that may come up, if you OG is Don't Get No Barrel Beat, you feel me?
yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
for the weed
it was a lot
the
of
weed
niggas that
smoking
like
community.
Messi Ball.
The
It was a
weed
lot of niggas
smoking
that like
community
Messi Ball.
Well,
You
is
said
the
what?
weed smoking community know that song? The Don't Give Me No Bammer Weed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody,
And,
everybody bumped that shit, and that probably went worldwide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
yeah,
but that's
and
like
then like
saying
Missy
it
Mars,
didn't do like five
trust me,
on it though.
Mars,
Nah, it didn't.
he
It
made
it
it
no.
about
It's not a. It five on it is on.
Worldwide,
It, five on it has made movies. At
right?
least Shock G's beat. At least Shock
yeah,
G's beat made the movies. Now I don't know if
God, he made that
TC because
beat.
ain't that wasn't that Bammer Weed beat made by TC?
I don't know.
I think it was made by TC. I think so. I think it was made by
Or is that
TC.
a
But like I
Selsky
said,
beat? Because you know Sel was doing a lot
when
of
you say you
RKO
from
beats
San
too.
Francisco, you might get Messy Mars for sure, like from niggas that was to a messy in the mid 2000s, with recognized early 2010. Like, Messy name. So when they get from Frisco, they support it. Right now, they probably going to say, hey, if you whatever, like you like major, okay.
What y'all know about the rapper Parrish,
I know about Paris. I remember him.
the Black Panther?
Yeah,
The
that parents was hard.
Parrish hard, spitting positive lyrics, coming. He had verbals. Parrish was raw.
Um,
Did he put out the Conscious Daughters?
Think so.
Yeah, he put out the Conscious Daughters. Yeah, put them out.
Them Insafir, I think.
that's all I say. Sophia, who's that? Scary X.
I got a song with a Scary X. Can't find it though.
I'm I'm just thinking of some different names. I mean, because like, okay, well, for example, too, like, you know, I mean, who else went pretty far? I mean, out here, a couple people did their thing. I mean, Bathgate, and then from Steady Mobbing,
Yeah,
Bathgate, Crooked Eye, and
they
them, they
they,
got
they had a
signed.
run for a minute.
Yeah, and then they got signed to No Limit. And then he came back, he had his label still going. And then he ended up signing the Thiz.
he got is it Bathgate in your
Yeah.
face? I ain't trying to catch a motherfucking case.
And he still,
And so
well, he's,
that split second when JT was on priority, didn't San Quinn have a album on priority as well?
say that last part again.
Just saying,
All right,
Quinn
when
have a
JT was
priority
on
deal.
priority
I
back in
don't
the
know.
90s, that San Quinn, I think it was the Hustle Continues or whatever, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't that album on priority?
Yeah, because Get Low, JT had to deal with priority.
Yeah, he had the deal. So
Yeah, all that was through Get Low. That's
he
what.
didn't have an album put on priority because he did some other. I ain't gonna get into like what happened between that, but like it was some shit that happened. But like I think one of San Quinn's albums came on priority, and I think it's the whole thing.
Yeah, well, shit happens. Shit happens.
Yeah, but that's what I was trying to say too. Like, it's some people, because back then, just like a lot of people got to remember, that's how P and them got the deal, because they was out here at the time when they first started the label and shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I remember, because that was the whole thing. Like I said, from the independent standpoint, was that Master P,
Before
JT the Bigger Figure.
He didn't win big, they had the priority as well. Before they even went fully big. He and TRU,
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But they was able to get independent deals. I mean, they got label deals. The only other people at the time from out here, well, the only other person that supposedly I believe was signed to Priority at the same time was Q. I don't
Hey, bro,
remember
I
no
swear to God, while you was
on
talking, I see
Priority.
some disturbing shit, bro, that I don't know if I didn't see it before, but it was basically George Washington and giving a kiss in the mouth.
What?
Yeah, yeah. Just showing the history of all, you know, how much something is like, yeah, but I didn't mean to bring that shit up. It caught me, bro.
Hey, so I mean, okay, well, what other? That's what I was trying to think. Who else made it out of here? Keek the Sneak. I think he should kind of get an honorable mention. I don't know. At one time, it felt like because when Little John signed E40 and them, they specifically wanted the song with Keek because he
Well,
thought Keek.
I think that he probably still get that honorable mention, because he
Say what?
put out a lot of little slang words that people were using. Like, think about Jacob Fontaine, rapping about that. You know what I mean? That kind of shit.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, but Fody, no, but Fody said that on the album that he learned a lot of that shit. He learned all his shit from Three Times Crazy and from Fat Rat. You know,
Dude,
from Stomp Down.
on the 40 diss track, Record Haters, he said, my homie 3 times crazy. They taught me how to say Jesus. You feel
Yeah,
me?
they was on that album. They
Yeah, they
was
was
on
on
the
the
they was on the If It's Major, Hit Me on
Hit
My
me on my
Pager.
page.
Yeah, them Spice One. That's like you said, they was all
Hey, hey, you know what? I have a unpopular opinion that on that song, Spice One had the hardest part.
yeah,
You feel me? He's like,
yeah.
I'm about to play it, but I'm gonna G. I'm gonna that nigga was going.
Well, I mean, but like you said, the reason I was mentioning Keek though too is because, like you said, you know, and Adrian Man and them from Three Times and BA, they still around, you know, but even out of the three of them, he ended up being the biggest artist out of that group. And like you said, a lot of it, it was, you know, it sounded like it was his, you know, it was his terminology, you know, his words that, you know, people was coining. You
The
feel me?
raspiness of the voice. See, you gotta have the combination.
Yeah,
You can't
because
set you
he
can't.
had Mac Dre and them doing it too.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying. You gotta have the combination. You gotta have a raspy voice. You gotta have your own dialect. Your
Right.
delivery has to be unique. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because nobody had a voice like his. The only nigga that was close at the time was Yuck Mouth a little bit, but it wasn't
So
raspy.
when you
That,
make it,
that motherfucker ain't got no voice like Heat, man. Them sound like two different rappers to me. Them two totally different rappers to me, man. That's
What the new Keek? I mean, the right now versus the old Keek.
nigga. When you say keeping young trying to stand, said, and I'm like, man, to me, you think they sound the same?
Who nah? That who
Oh,
sound the same?
you think Keek and Young sound the same?
No,
hell no.
I said that they were the only ones that even had like how he was saying distinctive voices.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean? Yeah, and as far as rap style at that time, you know what I mean? It wasn't nobody coming out of here like that
Now
other than
listen,
them two.
you
Because
listen
then
to
you look at the music as far as who they went to collab with outside of that. Because like Yuckmouth, when he started the regime, he started clicking up with people like Tech Nine. Whereas Kick the Sneak was up and like went up towards Sacramento, other places. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, but Keek was still right here. So that's when Mac Dre and them was, like I said, people was tapped in with him tough. The whole Northern California got behind Keek.
Keep he Eagles, bro.
It's like better than motherfuckers down here doing Follow Russell and all that shit. Russell is you know making his impact.
I mean, him and Larry June, like you said, that was the new wave. You could say G Easy too. And that's what I'm saying, because there's kind of some gaps in there. Like, see, Burner came on the end of the other wave. Because, like you said, he first started doing shit with Best and everybody else. You know what I mean? And doing collab albums and shit, too. Larry June just linked up with some of the right people. And he just dropped, like you said, the shit with Alchemist and 2 Chainz and all that. And, of course, he got an album with Currency that's supposed to be dropping and other stuff. But yeah, I mean, successful wise, like I said, if you were to base that off of, but I don't know, because like you said, the money is different too. But yeah, he's known. He's.
Hey man, it's like this. If rap was still the same like it was, in Bay Area, and to really back in the day, for you to be known to made it, say that an artist out the Bay made it, they had to be on Rap City or Yo
Right,
MTV Raps.
right. And that it's only a handful. Keek was one of them though.
And like everybody that was named was a Rap City or Yo MTV Raps, and even made it into the Rap City booth. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? With Tigger.
I'm
I
trying to
think
think.
the only person that I named that didn't make it in was Cooper. And that's
Right,
because God did.
right. And Fab, I mean, Fab did his thing too though. People can't,
Hey, Mr.
we
Fab is he's one of them guys that put in that effort. You know what I'm saying?
He
I got a
did.
couple. It's a couple of songs of Fab that I fuck with. He got all this shit, but I fuck with dude. He's a solid dude. You know what I'm saying? Just on certain shit he be saying, and just keeps it real. But now, this is what it is. This has been the Booster Take Show. We had a good episode today. This weekend coming up Saturday for all y'all. Who you ever want to check this out? Come down to the city of Frisco, the Barbary Coast, in the Mission District, or is it south of Market?
that's South of Market, man. It's around the corner from the mall.
You know what I'm saying? So the south of Market, Soma, you know what I'm saying? Come to the Soma district, come to the Barbary Coast upscale 420 lounge and see the Tycoon host some up and coming artists and stay around for a light Q&A or something for those people who are lucky enough to come in. Pre-sale tickets, you better snatch them up. Inbox somebody, hit us all up. $10, we got them for you. Be there, be square, no problem. If you're coming at the door, you gotta pay a little 15, just a little more. So
Yeah, it's gonna be lit. It's a bunch of different artists. We got some artists, from the city, from San Jose. Uh, it is. It's gonna be off the hook, man. So I'm excited to see it. The spot is dope. You know what I'm saying? So for those that that like to partake in the 420 festivities, you know what I'm saying? Like the 420 friendly we gonna be actively medicating in there. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
It's fine too.
yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta have ID. Everybody know that you gotta be at least 21. You know, shouldn't have to say that, but some people, you know, they be
Come with
trying.
come with your positivity.
Yeah, man. You know, I mean, and that's what it is. It's a smoke lounge. I mean, I don't know, y'all. I mean, I've been there twice now, and I know that you said you've been there before, but you know, I remember back in the day, like niggas wish they could have somewhere to go smoke, or we used to try to sneak and smoke in the clubs or in the back of the clubs, or would get kicked out for smoking. You know what I'm saying? If you wasn't at a Jamaican club, it wasn't happening.
Man, cause I'd have been I'm known for being thrown out. I've been thrown out of plenty of clubs.
you
Plenty.
know, and
Plenty.
I
I
like.
plead the
I
Well, I
I've
mean,
been
my
kicked
thing
off
is that,
tour. I got kicked off tour because
oh yeah, no, man, I'd have been at plenty of clubs and doing shows and shit. They didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wasn't. It wasn't cool. It wasn't cool. We had to go outside, like out in front. We couldn't be on the property. You know what I'm saying? It's a trip. And then, like, even now, I mean, now it's a lot of places still where you can't smoke. You know what I'm saying? It's a few of them out here that I know they not tripping. You know what I'm saying? As far as you smoking, they smoke a section or whatever. Uh, it's one spot that I know that you can smoke in. You feel me? Out in Oakland, that's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the setting is different. It's more grown folk stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more intimate. Like you said, it's chill spots. You know what I mean? And that's what I liked about the lounge is because shit, people be, like hookah lounge, and I'm not knocking it for people that smoke hookah, but who wants to go sit in a lounge? I mean, even cigar lounges, I guess, but if you just gonna sit in there and puff tobacco, you know, I
So I
don't
like
see.
cigar lounges, man.
But see, they got alcohol in there, huh?
yeah.
See, yeah, it's no
Sip a little
alcohol.
bit of wine, sip a little bit of alcohol, puffing with cigars, man.
My son for
So,
I think it was his 21st birthday or his 22nd. He like, Dad, let's go to him and his friends. They was telling me to meet them at the cigar lounge in the city. So I ended up meeting them there. They also had a salsa um um they was doing salsa that night up in there. You know what I'm saying? The salsa dancing, and it was
Yeah.
popping up in there. It was big. It was nice,
that
nice
cigar lounge is
ambiance.
a player, man. You gotta really get it.
Now
Yeah, but see, I've
they
been to
got
hookah
food
lounges.
and they got food, cigars that you could buy from them, and get the liquor. But we ain't talking about that. This is where
Yeah,
we at on the 31st, people. Barbary Lounge, blowing big, smoking out of herb wraps that you buy from the people at the Barbary Coast.
they do got
Purchase from
weed.
them. Make sure
They
you
do got
do.
weed drinks though. They do got
That,
weed drinks in there,
see, they got.
and
Go ahead. What else? What other 420? Because it's a 420 lounge.
right. So it's everything is with TAC in it. You know what I'm saying? So they do have some infused drinks. So it's drinks that have weed in them. Edibles, I believe, pre rolls. They got flowers. They got extracts, whatever oil, whatever y'all want to, dabs, whatever terms y'all want to use. But they got all of that too. Um, they got dab bar and a bong rental, so you can rent the bongs right there. They have them cleaned out and everything, and you know, yeah, man, it's just a chill spot. They do have like kind of like candy, like snacks, you know what I mean? And regular drinks like, Gatorade, stuff like that, tea and bottled water and stuff too. But Yeah, man, it's just no liquor and no tobacco. So like you were saying, yeah, they got the hemp wraps that you can buy there if you want to roll blunts. But I would rather go to that than go to a hookah lounge. That's all I was trying to say. Cause they ain't. I've been to hookah lounges that didn't have no alcohol. They was just in there just puffing hookah.
Yeah, that shit is boozy to me. I'm not a
Yeah.
tobacco smoker, so you know that I'm not. I don't smoke cigarettes. I will hit a cigar. I have partaked in Cubans. You know what I'm saying? But as far as just hitting a death stick, a stick of cancer, nicotine and fiberglass, and all the other shit that's in there, I'll pass. Just roll me some grass. And with that being said, we just need you people, whoever you is out there, come on and come and visit. Come say hi. As we gonna be there to do what we do. And as good as I say always at the end of all these beautiful shows, because it's a wonderful day and it's a wonderful night. And I'm on that tequila and I'm feeling all right. And I ain't gotta go bail back to the crib. But as I'm thinking about what the hell is going on, the world is fucked up. And when you crash out and catch that case and end up locked up, do you crash out one more time and pull the escape move so you can get an extra 5+ though? Just understand when you're making your move, you plan something wisely. Because if you live by 30 seconds, that means that you're ready to let everything you have worked for, everything that you got going on, you're willing to let it all go in 30 seconds.
Yeah,
And
what movie was that?
that is from Heat.
Right, right, right. 30 seconds flat. You got to be ready
30
to walk
seconds.
away.
30 seconds. And my man said I live by 30-second code. And that's the coldest shit. Because if you really involved in this game and consider yourself a real gangster or whatever, is you really willing to leave it all behind in 30 seconds? Everything.
So who do you think gonna get caught last?
At this moment, the nigga who ain't been seen.
Yeah, because he was already. They gave him a. He avoided the death penalty. He already had a life sentence, so he not playing.
What?
Yeah.
Right now, you know, I think it's okay, we continue.
So
Basically,
we gonna continue with this wild breakout. Continue to give us our opinion on it. And I know it's a lot of our opinion probably is unpopular because we not saying that typical things that you would think some Negroes, as they call us, would be saying about the situation. All I'm saying is this: you brothers be on. Hey, may God be with you. And how do you go out? Do you go out freely, willingly, or do you go out in the blaze of glory so they can make a movie about you?
I'm just
That's the
yeah.
end of, and that's the end of the Booster Take Show today, people. Peace, love, and hair grease.
All right, y'all.